Right, gentlemen, I think we're all agreed the first order of business is to scout for goalkeepers. Mr. the Viper, do you have any clients that are 5'9" or shorter that play in goal and are eligible to play for Indonesia?
Yes.
You do? Or could you arrange for us to see him in action?
Yes.
Straight away? Well, that would be magical. Nom, go and hail a taxi. Let's go and see this keeper in action. No, goodness me, I'm not questioning you, Mr. the Viper. He's just a little bit more mature in years than I was anticipating. But let's try him out, right, sir? I'm going to run up and take a penalty, and let's just see what you've got, shall we? Okay, look lively. Look lively. Here it comes now. Goodness me, Nom, I'm not sure this is the guy. Hey, careful, don't throw that. You nearly hit Nom there. Come on, look, there's no need to get so upset. I just don't think you're quite the player we're looking for. Don't get angry about it. Look, maybe you just need a little bit longer. Maybe you're not quite ready yet. You're still young. All right, you're not that young, but... Okay, Mr. the Viper, I think you need to show us something else. So welcome back to the Diddy Men. Bit of a crunch game today. This is the Southeast Asian Championships, probably only the third most important tournament of what we're going to compete in. Certainly the Asian Championships and those World Cup qualifiers are going to rank a little bit ahead of this competition, but I'd penciled this in as one that we might be able to use to keep General Ramdani sweet. It's not turned out quite as easy as I thought. We're still in with a chance of qualifying. This is a tournament that we are hosting as well, so the dignitaries from the FA will be in attendance. It's the final game of the group stages today. We're taking on Thailand, and we've left ourselves in with a chance. So after the rather humbling 3-0 defeat to Philippines, well, we had a little bit of a think about whether we were too open and a little bit exposed. Maybe this dream I had of playing this very attacking, pressing, high-tempo, tiki-taka game with a team of 5'9" or shorter players, maybe that was a little bit ambitious. My thinking behind it was avoid defending by being on the front foot. I think that was actually counterintuitive. I think it meant that we were just wide open at the back. So we went into the Malaysia game, which we only drew, but we absolutely dominated. And we made a little bit of a change for this. We took the number 10 out, replaced it with an anchor man, and it made us look a lot more solid. In fact, it helped us build a platform so that we could attack an awful lot more. We only drew the game, but look at the XG. We absolutely dominated. We took the lead pretty early through Boaz, who's proving to be a little bit of an icon now. But we couldn't find the second goal that would have been crucial. And then in the 65th minute, the goal that we feared might be coming in our time as the Indonesian boss came. They brought a 6'3" Spaniard up for a corner. He nodded home, and I just don't think there's an awful lot we can do about goals like that. But we really should have scored a second one ourselves. But then we went into Vietnam knowing that we had to win just to keep qualification alive. And even then it wouldn't be in our own hands. And we managed to do it. We scored reasonably early on in this game again, a first half goal. Boaz again the man, but it's all about Dimas, this goal. Winning the ball in the midfield. Cultured little slide rule pass. Nice little finish from Boaz as well. So we've left ourselves with the sneakiest of outside chances of qualifying. We're in third place, tied on points with Malaysia, who we drew with. We've got a game today against Thailand. That's going to be our final one in the qualifiers. Thailand have got a game in hand, so I'm thinking that they're through. We need to beat Thailand today. That, by the way, is by no means an easy task. Hope that Malaysia don't win their game against, I think it's Vietnam they've got in the last one. And then see if we can roll the dice and get into the semi-finals. The reason why this tournament is a little bit tougher than I was expecting is that the teams in the other group all seem to be perhaps some of the smaller footballing nations from around Southeast Asia. Cambodia, Laos, Brunei, Singapore and Myanmar. I thought that was just the way the groups were drawn for this first iteration of the tournament, but somebody down in the comments told me that these are always the groups. The weaker teams play in one group, and then all of the stronger nations are drawn together in the other. So I don't think that competition's going to get any easier. So here is our formation. Here's the thinking behind it. We've got an anchorman in trying to protect things, and we're going for our little Dutch master, Jasper ter Heide, in that role. We've dropped the mentality down to balanced, just trying to patiently build up our play rather than be a little bit too gung-ho about it. And we've also tried to tick as many boxes as possible that will make us not kick the ball in the air. So we're trying to make sure that we just slow down the pace a little bit. When the keeper has the ball, we just roll it out or kick it out to the fullbacks. We're playing quite narrow, so our players, I'm thinking, are always quite near each other, so the distance the ball has to travel is not quite so great. And with inside wingers playing on both sides, that means that hopefully our fullbacks can join in the game. We've obviously got the low crosses on. We're trying to work the ball into the box rather than cross from deep or lump it in. We've got the shorter passing going. Whether there's any sense in any of this, I'm not entirely sure, but it's what we're going to do today against Thailand. Cross everything, people, because I think Thailand is the toughest game we've got in this group. And we saw how easily the Philippines dispatched us. Let's see how we can do today. We could potentially qualify if we get a point here. I'm not sure that's going to be true. We're going to need an awful lot of results to go in our favour if we only get a point. But let's trust in the assistant manager. It's Nom, obviously. I mean, the man knows his football. Let's see how we do when we get out there for the kickoff. And away we go. Here we are then. So, Thailand are playing this 3 attacking midfielders system that we played in our first game against the Philippines. So our anchorman's going to have to be pretty busy keeping up with those. But the game's not started too bad. Here's a highlight. Might not be for us, even though we're on the attack. But Boaz is in. Oh, he probably should have done a little bit better there with the goalkeeper to beat. That's an encouraging start, though. This Boaz is 35 years old. So going forward, he might not be part of the squad for an awful lot longer. But my goodness, he is a finisher. Looks like we got a little bit of a knock already. Might need to make a half-time change, but it's not the worst first half in the world. We've restricted Thailand to 3 shots on target, but the fact that their XG is 0.17 maybe implies that they were all from quite a long way out. Let's get into the dressing room then. Let's say go out there and give these fans their money's worth. Well, there are 70,000 of them in our national stadium. Nom might be right again. Let's just see whether anybody needs to come off because of fitness. It was Les Tucson they highlighted, but he seems all right now. Both the wingers are playing pretty poorly, though, so I think we'll try Vermansaya over on the other side. See if we can get a goal that might just give us a chance. We're qualifying for the semi-finals for this. I mean, a point makes it plausible, but I think we're going to need a little bit more. In fact, we're going to have to put the shout out. I found, actually, that the berate shout seems to work quite nicely with these boys. And I think, actually, we've got a few players that are a little bit tired, including a couple of our midfielders. So let's see if we can switch this around. We'll bring Suleiman in midfield. Not that he's a particularly strong tackler as a ball winner, but he's another creative player. We'll just play him in that role and see whether he can cope with it. And God, we're struggling in defence as well, aren't we? Right back. Idris is struggling, so we're going to bring our reserve defensive midfielder on. To hide us quite happy over there at right back. And we're going to see whether the old berate shout does its business. There, look at the happy faces. They love being berated. Although that has given Thailand a highlight. And we're going to need to win this ball back and break. Because if we go a goal down and have to chase the game, I think we could be in trouble. Oh, aerial dominance. We got the ball away, and here is Suleiman. Ball winning midfield is his role, but he is creative. In fact, he's having a good old run here. Now get the ball over. Now, oh, there was chances. We still got it. Spread it out wide now. Go on, spread it out wide. Now, what can we do? We're in. We're not. We're getting broken on. We're getting counted on ourselves. Tahida mops it up. God, this highlight keeps going. Dimas, I don't think is fit enough to be out there, as highlighted by that very, very lazy pass. Oh, what have you done? Oh, we're going to go out because of a rash challenge in the box. Now we need our keeper. No, he's gone the wrong way. And now we are in trouble. We're going up to positive. That was a poor pass by Dimas. Sucksum has put it into the corner. And now we are in trouble. We're going to need another shout. There's a highlight. We're going to have to demand more. It's a corner. We know we don't like defending corners. Get it away, boys. They've done it again. Now do something better, Dimas. He has. We got 2 men up. Just stay on side. Here's Vickery. Come on, find someone. Give us the point that just gives us the chance at least. That is not the ball in you're looking for. Looks like the highlight's going on. It's going on. Win the ball. Don't go long. You've been told don't go long. It just returns the ball to the opposition. No, that is a good ball. That's better. Do not kick it long. Don't kick it. All right, that's fine. Come on then. Slide it through. No, they've got men back. We're better on the break when we can just catch them quickly. Vickery. Another pass. It's a pen. I don't know how. Vickery's taken it. Oh, this could be big. Now, I'm going to say, I think this Eggy Vickery is probably the best prospect that we've got in the squad. But we haven't found a way of getting the best out of him yet. He's not really put in many performances at a 7 or higher. We need him now. He's as cool as you like. Ah, he's popped his into the bottom corner just like Sucksum did. And Eggy Mulana Vickery. That is a classy finish, isn't it? And now what do? Do we stay on positive? I think we do. We're going to check the old injury situation. Do we get an additional... We don't. We've used all 3, haven't we? Okay, there are some tired legs out there that are just going to have to dig in and get through it. We are perhaps lucky to be drawing according to the XG. But we need a goal. A goal, I think, gives us a chance. And Vermont Sire is trying. He's got Boaz in. Oh, Boaz, he's had another great sight of goal. And he couldn't quite tuck it away. And we are hurtling our way towards the final whistle. And I think we might struggle to get through based on that. Dimas did not have a good game, did he? Neither did Lestusen. All right. I think there might be some changes to make in the squad going into our next tournament. Which if we do go out of this, and I'm fully expecting to after that result, I think our next tournament will be the rest of the qualifiers for the Asian Championships. Let's give no gesture at all and just say, well, you were a little bit unlucky. You played pretty well. Certainly that was a much better performance than we put in against the Philippines, against what looks to be a stronger squad. I think the Philippines have lost both their other games, so maybe I think we need to take the blame for that first one, and the tactics that we produced were a bit too gung-ho. But now we need to sim on a couple of days, I think, and see how Vietnam and Malaysia and the Philippines get on as well, to see whether we've got a chance of qualifying. So this is a little bit annoying. We've gone out. And we've gone out on goal difference, I think, to Malaysia. We've finished equal with them on 5 points. The results went in our favour, but the goal difference meant that Malaysia are going to qualify ahead of us. I think that's going to put us under pressure with the FA from the absolute outset. I don't think the General is going to be overly pleased with that. So I think it makes it even more important that we go and get some results against Bahrain, Tajikistan, Chinese Taipei and Tajikistan in the return leg. I've got a feeling the game we might be coming back for could be what threatens to be a pretty crucial game against Bahrain in the Asian Cup qualifiers. If we don't get good results, we might come back even earlier if it looks like our qualification campaign could end early. But at least we seem to have recovered a little bit since that Philippines game. Draw against Thailand is no disgrace, they're a good team. Beat Vietnam and they're tasty. We absolutely thrashed Malaysia, we just couldn't score the second goal. I think we go out there, we set the Viper to work to try and scout to find us some more decent prospects that we can bring into the squad. And I reckon we got a chance of going to the Asian Championships. When we come back next episode, we will find out just how well this team of Diddy Men are getting on.